Good morning, Shavua Tov, Gotavach. Thanks for tuning into the Kehillat Shari Torah. Welcome. It's Sunday, the 10th of January, and we're talking about appropriate handling of Svarim, of holy books, books that contain Torah thoughts or God's name in them. One should not leave an open sefer or notebook with Torah thoughts. That's a segula for shikha, for forgetting things. What do you do? So you have your sefer, you have your book open you're learning on the table, and you have to go get up. You have to go make yourself another cup of tea, or whatever it happens to be. You should, if you either cover the sefer, that's what they make bookmarks for, put a bookmark in, like so. Here's a little example. Take a bookmark, put it in, now you can close the book. And very easy to retrieve. You just find where you put the bookmark, open it up again, voila. It's very easy to track your progress through the sefer. That's one solution. If you don't want to close the book, maybe it's too heavy, too big, a big Gemara, something like that, you can cover the sefer with an item like a cloth. You can take a napkin and very gently and politely, respectfully put it over. Some permit the practice of covering one sefer with another sefer. You can lie another holy book on top of it. He suggests, in the name of Rav Belsky, that this is not appropriate because you're using the second sefer as just an instrument, a cover for the other. It doesn't show proper respect to the other sefer. Some poskim say that if you leave for a short time or go into a room nearby, you can leave the sefer opened. The Amazon person rings at your doorbell. You have to go take a package, receive a package. You're just coming back in 10 seconds. So you just leave the sefer open. Some say that. Others are stringent, never to leave a sefer open when it is not in use. The reason for this basically is that Torah should not have to wait for us. We rather should be eager and enthusiastic and excited to get to our Torah learning. So we don't want to give the impression that Torah is there waiting for us and we're busy doing our stuff. Whenever we have time, we'll get back to it. So that's the message we want to send here. One may go up to the Torah for an aliyah without closing your chumash. So if you're in shul and you leave your chumash open, you can leave it open while you go up for an aliyah. Hopefully we'll be calling up for aliyahs again soon. It's permitted to leave a sefer open for the benefit of the sefer. Let's say you have to air it out. Maybe it got some smoke in it or a little bit of water. You want to dry it out, something like that. You should not turn the pages to a different page in the sefer. That's not considered covering the sefer. So you're learning chapter 6 and you flip the pages over to chapter 4. Oh, look, I covered up. You didn't cover anything up. Didn't work. This is not covering. There's no need to cover a piece of paper that contains divrei Torah when you leave a room. So you have a parsha sheet from school that's open on the table. You're reviewing the parsha at the Shabbos table. You don't have to cover that when you get up to bring the soup. Sefer, which is turned face down. You should not, they say, turn the sefer face down. So just turn it like this and leave it open but face down. That's not considered respectful either, says again Sefer Chassidim and Aruch HaShulchan. Even though it's printed on both sides. If a sefer is found upside down, it should be placed properly and kissed. El Yerabba, Kafachaim, Rivavos Ephraim, Ginzei HaKodesh. All say, let's say it happens a lot. It happens from time to time here when the books get put away. Sometimes the custodial staff, their Hebrew is not up to snuff, and they'll put a sefer upside down, or they'll put it upside down like this on the shelf, because whatever, they don't pay attention to that. So if you see a sefer that's standing incorrectly, upside down, topsy-turvy, you should put it right, and also there's a custom to give it a kiss if you like to do that. So there. Okay, a person should not share a bench with a sefer. So you're sitting on a bench and you want to put a sefer down next to you. Don't put it next to you. Don't stand it upright also, but if it's raised, as we said before, a tefach, a hand breadth, about 4 or 5 inches, something like that, it's okay. If an armrest separates the bench, you may sit on the other side. So you have those long benches with a couple of armrests in between. So yours is one seat, the next one over is another seat. You could put the sefer there. Similarly, you can put the armrest down in your car and put Svarim on the passenger seat. If you're sitting on a bench, when a sefer was placed there, you don't have to get up since you came before the sefer. If there's no room in a shul, you can sit on the same bench with a sefer. In this situation, some are careful to place it standing up rather than lying down flat on the bench. So there are some more considerations, more things to think about in how we handle our holy books, right? So, and if we're going to be so careful for the honor of a sefer, of a book, a printed book, which certainly contains God's name and God's thoughts, how much more so will we be concerned to honor a person, our fellow human being, who's created in the divine image? Good stuff to think about. Thanks for tuning in. Please join us tomorrow. Have a good day.